Hey everybody, Eternal Sand 96 here with my review of the Team Fortress 2 Heavy figure. Or the Heavy. Little tiny the, that right there. Yeah. To make it look like this is packaged new. No. This has been open for a while. I didn't quite put it back the right way, but you can't really tell because obviously quality sucks. But yeah, if I flip it open, well, let me just read the back first. You can see it's already open there. It looked convincing for a second. I'm not gonna read the bio, but if you can pause it, if you want to read it, there you go. Here's all the classes. Yeah, it names all of them for some reason, I guess, just so you know. And actually, they use the wrong artwork for the figures, or for this, because actually, if you look at you can't tell with my shitty camera, but if you look at the Demo Man's emblem on his arm, it's dynamite instead of I think it's supposed to be sticky bombs. I'm pretty sure the Demo Man's is sticky bombs, right, for his emblem. I think. I'm not 100%. I think the heavies might be different too. Yeah, they used promo artwork for TF2, like artwork before the game came out, on the figure. They didn't seem to do much researching into it beforehand. And yeah, you might not be able to tell, but these figures, not just the heavy weapons guy, I will be talking about mine specifically, but I've heard that most all the TF2 figures that are out so far, there's technically 4 that are out, or technically 6 that are out that I know of as of making this. There's the red Pyro, the red Demo Man, the blue Pyro, the blue Demo Man, and then the red Heavy and the red Soldier. Obviously I have the Heavy right here, the red Heavy. And yeah, I was pretty disappointed. Now, let's cover all the good things we can first. So let's go ahead and open it. Yeah, it's already open. All the twist ties are taken out. I'll just put it back in the case just so it looked... So there'd be something to do in this video besides just examining it. So here's his extra hands. If I could get them out. Yeah, Jesus, it's hard to get these out. I might have said a few videos ago, if you've seen them, that I would turn the PS Vita notifications off during videos. I forgot. So, whatever, deal with that again if they pop up occasionally throughout this video. So I'm using my Vita's camera, for those who don't know. Take out the minigun. Yep. Well, that was nice, it just popped out right there. And then the Heavy himself. Well, actually, let's take out this shotgun. Yeah. And now the Heavy. So, let's look at the Heavy. Prepare yourself if you can tell the problem with it right off the bat. His like 5 o'clock shadow or whatever, it isn't even. And that makes my OCD go insane because it really... I guess when you look at it from a distance, you can't really tell too much, but it's kind of uneven. It just looks weird to me. His eyes are also not painted the best. You can't really tell from the video, but in person they don't look that great. Oh, in the back of his head. Yeah, they kind of gave him a little like rat tail. Didn't really do the his hairline or whatever on the back of his head too well either. But that's the back of the figure, you know, you're not gonna be looking at it too much. Aside from everything else though, oh, I said we'll get the good things out of the way first. I lied, I guess. Good things about it, it's a very accurate mold of the character from the game. It has pretty good articulation for the most part. And aside from the defects I'll show lists, it looks alright, you know, like if it was painted better, which is my main complaint, this would be a pretty badass figure, because again, it has pretty good articulation, it looks the part, and this is the same for all the TF2 figures that are out so far. I only have the heavy so far, but they look really good, and they're really good representation of the characters, and have good articulation. As you can see, I can move the heavy's head, move his arm like this, or twist it, or do whatever. And his hands, as you know, are removable because you saw these. I don't think there's any instructions with the thing, but from my knowledge, these two hands are for the minigun to hold that, and these two are for the shotgun, because if I can put this down for it, well, actually, yeah, I'll have to put this down for a second. Okay, so for the most part, this is what he should look like holding the gun. It's not too hard to do that, and there's no complaints there. So that's what it looks like with the gun. Or you could do it with one hand and have him be like this. Have him point it like, yeah, like, hey, fuck you, or he's looking to the wrong side. Hey, fuck you. Or here's the problem: if I go ahead and take his hands off here, they're not too hard to get off, but the hard thing is getting them on can be kind of a hassle. Jesus, you have to have the force of 15 freaking wrestlers just to get it on. Put this hand in, there we go, and now he's ready to hold the minigun. Well, actually, no. Let me show you first off my problems that I have paint-wise, because I never finished those. Because now I can actually point out what's bad with this figure, which again is primarily the painting. Okay, so shotgun is painted fairly well. No real major problems with that. Minigun, though, is where one of my major flaws with it kind of comes in. As you can see, or not see that well, there's a splotch of paint right there, right here, on one of the pipes to his minigun. That shouldn't be there at all. I don't know why that's painted randomly like that. I have no idea why, but it should not be like that. And that's a straight up paint problem, like a straight up paint defect right there. It's not supposed to be that color. It's not supposed to be anything there at all. It's supposed to be just pure black. I guess maybe the paint rubbed off when they were painting this right here. Like they messed up by accident and just were like, oh, fuck it. What is quality control? So that happens. So that looks kind of annoying because it's not supposed to be on there. The rest of it's painted pretty alright. There were scuffs for some reason. You can kind of see them there in the sunlight. These scuffs, all the scuffs on this figure, those weren't from me using it. Those are actually, it came like that. So just so you know, if you see any scuffs or anything, it came like that. Like these scuffs right here, they came like that in the packaging that you can see in the sunlight. And here's another one of my main issues, besides the bad painting. You ready for this? If I can get him a shot. You see those little splotches, kind of? It looks a lot more obvious in real life, but see those little splotches right there? Around this? That's the Heavy's skin. Let me explain. The Heavy's fist that you put to hold the minigun, they're so tight to hold the minigun handles. That you can see it really good there. The Heavy's paint from his hands actually rubs off onto it, and you might be able to get it off if you rub hard enough, but I haven't managed to get it off. So yeah, the Heavy's hand paint is, the paint of this figure is rubbing off just using it normally. Just using one of the accessories it comes with rubs paint off of the figure on his fingers. Yeah, not the best thing. Other paint problems. Oh, here's a problem right here. Oh, well, you can't see it, but there's a scratch on his arm. This, again, you might not be able to see it, but the paints where the joints are painted right here, the joints scrape off the paint. So the joints turn like white because the paint will scrape off, which is annoying. Again, they weren't doing the best when they made these figures. Under the Heavy's thumb right here is not major because you really don't see it, but if you look right there under his thumb, looks like he has a chunk missing out of his glove because, yeah, they painted a little spot of his skin color on his glove for some reason. I don't know why. The other one's fine. Other glove is not like that. His belt, they didn't paint the black on his bullets that well. It's pretty sloppy. Overall, it looks alright, I guess, on both sides. His shoes. The major paint problem with the shoe right here that annoys me is, like, right here. You see they painted a little bit onto the, like, off of the bottom of the shoe onto the top of it a little bit, or the front of it, where it shouldn't be there. And yeah, that's pretty much all the major paint problems that this figure has. They're a lot more apparent in real life. They might not look as bad on the camera, but trust me, they are kind of annoying. So that's pretty much the whole reason I'm making this review. Well, I'm making this review because I want to start reviewing figures and stuff, but I'm also making it just so you know if you want to buy these figures or not, because you might not get defects as bad as mine, or maybe you don't think mine are bad at all. Maybe you don't care regardless. You know, it's up to you. I'm just trying to show this just so you know. Because I was not expecting this. I got this Heavy figure from GameStop through the Power Up Rewards program. The Heavy was a reward for a shit ton of GameStop points that I won't say, because I honestly forgot them. And I think by now they've pulled it off the store. I don't know if they've added it back or added the different class, a different class yet. I can't speak today. But, yeah, they had the Heavy, and I waited the longest goddamn time to get it. Also, attention to detail, they actually added, like, wrinkles in the mold. But I waited so long to get it. Okay? I waited so long to get him. And then I get him, and all those problems. And this always seems to happen to me. I always seem to have the worst luck with figures coming in crap condition compared to other people I've seen online. Like, I'll see other people online getting, like, this Heavy figure, like, oh, this is an unboxing of the Team Fortress 2 Heavy figure. And I'm like, oh, you know, the figure looks pretty nice. And then I'll buy it myself, and then this will happen. So I don't know if they just gave the crappy ones to GameStop to use for Power Up Rewards or something, or what happened. But I didn't want to bother sending it back to GameStop, or if they would even care to do anything about it, or send me a new one, or another one. So I did keep it. Also, again, just to show other people for this review purpose. If you don't like what you've seen, if you don't mind it, then, you know, whatever. But if you don't like it, then recommended you do not buy this figure, unless you can just deal with that. I mean, obviously, as of right now, it's the only way to get the Heavy as an action figure, so if you can deal with it, then it's fine. That's the primary reason I'm holding on to this, because quality control might be better when they make the blue Heavy, eventually. But I didn't really want to bother with trying to sell this figure or get rid of it or anything, so I'm just going to hold on to it. I might inevitably, if I see a blue Heavy in person or something, and it looks better, I might buy that and then replace the red Heavy and sell the red Heavy. Because what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to buy one of each class and somewhat have like three or four of the three or four or 4 or 5 be red, and then 4 or 5 be blue, because I don't want to buy 2 of each figure to have the different colors. So like for Spy for example, I want to buy Spy blue because I prefer blue Spy to red Spy, and overall like the way that he looks. So yeah, and then possibly for demo, and the blue demo's already out, so I might be forced to get blue Pyro actually, because red Pyro, I forgot to mention, some of these figures can get kind of expensive. Red Pyro, for example, last I checked was around $70 to $90 last time I checked. It might have gone down, it might have gone up, but last time I checked, Red Pyro was around that. These come out for around $20 or $30. This Heavy's about, I think, when I got it from GameStop, I checked on Amazon, and I could buy it for about 25 or so, or a little less dollars. So yeah, that's kind of expensive. And yeah, this video is kind of running long, 17 minutes now, and I've just been kind of talking about my experiences. So sorry for that. So I guess I might as well go ahead and wrap this up. But first, I guess I might as well go ahead and put the minigun in the Heavy's hands, which might prove a little bit difficult. So here's the Heavy holding it. It can look a lot better than this, but I can't fiddle with it because it took so long. I should have showed it from the beginning. I actually had it on my shelf, holding the minigun in an awesome looking pose, but I can't redo that because it takes forever and a day, because the Heavy's arms are so difficult to angle them right to hold the minigun and not make it look awkward like this. And you gotta angle his legs too, because his legs have to be a little bent back a little bit, show the weight from the minigun. He's like bending a little bit back. It's difficult to pose the Heavy. So major flaws with the figure: kind of difficult to pose. His paint rubs off onto his accessories, which is never good. The painting of the overall figure isn't that great. I mean, it's fine for the most part. It's passable, but like the random splash of paint, unevenness. Oh, I hit my Vita. Whatever that is, like, just stuff like that is the primary reason. I would suggest, if you want a really awesome looking, no real flaws at all figure, you might get lucky and get a good one, but I don't recommend it because I've seen other people complaining about the same thing. Not with the Heavy, because I haven't seen reviews for the Heavy, but I've seen reviews for the Demo Man and the Pyro, and people were complaining about the same thing as I was complaining about myself with the Heavy. So his video is 22 minutes long, so if you went through the whole thing, or if you skipped through it even, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, oh wait, they also come with these trading cards, each of the classes, and they give you a hat in Team Fortress 2. I've already redeemed that code, so there it is if you want to enter it in, but it's already redeemed. I just love doing that, because people will actually take their time to actually enter it in, thinking I'm lying when I've already redeemed it, but whatever. It tells you right there, and you get a free hat. The free hat for the Heavy that I got, my friend told me there's actually 2 possible hats you can get. I don't know if that's true or not. I thought there was only one you could get from the code from getting the figure, because I know Pyro gets the Brigade helm, but I haven't heard of a second hat he could get. I mean, he might not, but all I know is that the Heavy got, I don't even know the name of the hat. It's like, you know those Russian cap things? It was like, it's one of those. It was like, and the description was like, it's made with bare hand. It's made of bare hands. Made by bare hands. Like, something like that. But basically, it's like a Russian cap thingy. And that's the hat you get in the game Team Fortress 2 when you enter in that code for buying the figure. And they gave it to you in genuine quality, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure it's genuine. And they go on the market, on the Steam market, for about, I think, like around $2 or so. $2, $2.30 right now. Obviously, the prices are always changing on the market, like every week or every few days. But right now, it's around $2. It usually stays around $2 for a genuine one, or so. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll do more review stuff on figures and stuff in the future. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.